Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province in southwestern China, is perhaps best known as the giant panda breeding research base. But it's also an ancient city that manages to blend the modern world with its traditional culture. But for the next 9 days, we will be based here at the Chengdu High-Tech Zone Sports Centre Gymnasium for the TotalEnergies BWF, Thomas and Uber Cup finals. 32 teams from 20 different nations from across the globe have gathered here in Chengdu for these two competitions. 16 teams in both the Thomas and the Uber Cup. And those 16 teams have been divided into 4 groups of 4, and over the first 5 days of competition, every team plays every other team in their group. The top 2 qualify for the quarterfinal knockout stage. That's on Thursday and Friday, semi-finals on Saturday, before both finals, both Uber Cup and Thomas Cup, on Sunday. So when we look at the 4 groups in the Thomas Cup, Group A is headed by China, the 10-time former champions looking to lift the trophy for a first time in 6 years. Group B features Japan, the 2014 winners. Both Group C and D feature 2 teams who have each won this coveted trophy previously. Group C has Indonesia, 14-time winners, and the defending champions India. While Group D features the number 2 seeds Denmark and Malaysia, who are looking to lift the Thomas Cup title for the first time in 32 years. Well, today is day 1 of competition, and as you can see, this is the 3rd session of the day. This morning, China's very strong women's squad swept aside Singapore in the Uber Cup without dropping a match. The host nation's men were involved in the afternoon session, and they dismissed Australia in similar fashion. So this evening we stay with Thomas Cup, the men's competition. It's Group C encounter between the number 3 seeds Indonesia and England. Well, Indonesia, there they are the most successful team in the history of this competition, having won the trophy an incredible 14 times. The last just 3 years ago, when the 2020 edition was postponed until the autumn of 2021. Indonesian team features the 2 All-England men's singles finalists from last month, Christie and Ginting, and the 2 pairs who have also won the last 3 All-England titles. They have arrived here in Chengdu, I can tell you, in very high spirits, and why wouldn't they, having had such a good All-England Championships. England, who have a relatively young team here in Chengdu, have twice reached the Thomas Cup semi-final, but the last time they achieved that was 40 years ago. Their squad comprises of 3 singles players who are all 22 years of age or younger. By far the most experienced players in the England squad are European Games men's doubles silver medalists Ben Lane and Sean Vendy. So the specifics of this evening's tie, and we will have the standard traditional order of play, which of course is the first men's singles, then first men's doubles, second men's singles, second men's doubles, and then the third men's singles. The Olympic bronze medalist Anthony Sinisuka will lead off Indonesia against Harry Wang for England. Then men's doubles and the 2-time and reigning All-England champions Alfian and Ardianto up against Lane and Vendy, the European Games silver medalists, as I was telling you. Then the second men's singles and the All-England champion Jonathan Christie against Nadim Delving. And then the second men's doubles, Fikri and Maulana, who won the All-England title 2 years ago, up against Hemming and Van Leeuwen. Then we finish with the third men's singles and the reigning world junior champion Alwi Farhan up against Cholan Kayan for England. So I can see that the players are making their way onto court. It's Anthony Sinisuka Ginting up against Harry Wang for England. Well, Harry Wang is a tall athlete, as you will see when he stands near to Anthony Sinisuka Ginting. And Harry Wang and Ginting meeting for a very first time. Yes, you can see the Englishman in the all-black kit is 6'1", and the toss of the coin by our umpire, Fine Datan, and I believe Harry Wang for England won the toss of the coin. And making his debut in the Thomas Cup finals is this young man, the national champion. Beats Cholan Kayan in the final of this year's championships. Anthony Sinisuka Ginting was in the All England final, one of the World Tour Super 1000 events. Just last month when he lost in the final to Jonathan Christie, his teammate. This is his 5th appearance at the Thomas Cup finals, and he has played 20 matches in this competition, winning 13 of them so far. So that's a very good record in his Thomas Cup campaigns, his 4 previous Thomas Cup campaigns. That Olympic bronze medal in Tokyo lost the semi-final to Chen Long. Harry Wang is 22 years of age, and what an occasion for him to lead out England's campaign in these 2024 Thomas Cup finals. 185, as I was telling you, is tall, 6'1", born in Bedford but lives in Milton Keynes. Had a wonderful European Championships. He may have lost in the round of 32 to Erasmus Gemke, but Gemke he took to 3 games. Gemke has been a top 10 player, so that was a very good result for Harry Wang, showing his talent. In fact, Harry Wang is a former European junior champion at the under-15 level in Kazan back in 2016. The Indonesian men's singles coach, Iwan Sia. And for Harry Wang, it is Anthony Clark on the left, who of course has been in many Thomas Cups. Well, when I tell you that he was European junior champion, under 15 level, Harry Wang beaten a certain Mr. Christo Popov in the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, no flashlights.
And on my left, England, represented by Harry Wang. Indonesia to serve. Love all. Play.
So it is Indonesia who will get this Group C first tie in this group underway.
1 love.
Well, I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that former Danish head coach Siim Pedersen is sitting alongside me. And there's no doubt that Harry Wang has a lot of talent. To win European Junior Championships at under 15 level is pretty special. He's won a couple of tournaments since as well, hasn't he? Last year won the Egypt International Series event, and also the Hungarian, which was also an International Series event.
Yeah, I recall watching him in one of those junior events in Denmark. Very talented squad England had there. Also one of the, I think, same year of birth as Rory Easton, who's also part of the team, but now plays the men's doubles. So basically, there's a group of players there who missed a couple of years of practice due to the pandemic.
Yes, interesting you should mention Rory Easton, because in fact that year that he won the gold medal at the under-15 European Championships, he and Rory Easton won the silver medal in the boys' doubles.
3-1.
It's a tall order for him.
I was just thinking about it.
Olympic bronze medalist, All England finalist, Anthony Ginting.
You would expect him to have a little bit sweaty palms, Harry Huang.
Yes.
4-1.
But in all seriousness, if you're a coach with a player that hasn't experienced this level of play before, do you give them one specific thing to think about or focus in on the match, or do you just say go and enjoy the experience?
No, you try and have some benchmarks that you want to succeed with, even though you're heavily underdog in the match. And I spoke to Anthony Clark earlier today, meeting him on the way back from the coffee shop, and he said that when he saw the draw, he said yes, because he wanted the young players to sort of get the feel of what it's like playing the Thomas Cup, where they are, what they need to improve, and
that's a lovely shot
on the line. What's better than to play Indonesia, the most successful team in the history, and the reigning champions India? You get a very good view, or good read on where you are at the moment.
It's interesting though, because it depends how the player reacts to that. Do they get inspired by the fact that they have this experience, and if they lose convincingly, do they get depressed that there's such a gap to make up? It really is going to reveal the character of these individuals.
So there's a lot of work to do after the matches for the coaches in terms of putting it into perspective and giving the players hope.
Yeah.
Showing them a way to continue and give them hope that they can eventually succeed. That's on the line.
Well, he's challenging is Harry Wang. I'm with you, Steen. I saw that as on the line. But we're way up in this magnificent venue. It's a beautiful venue, isn't it?
It's a fantastic venue. I was just thinking Harry Huang has probably not played that many tournaments where he's got the opportunity of challenging, and he was correct.
And what a brilliant challenge. Oh, he's put us in our place, Steve.
Yeah.
Correction, out.
And very good challenge.
Service over. 2-8.
But it's not how we start, Jill.
It's how we finish. You're stealing my line, Steve.
Exactly. Let's go on,
3-8.
So the 3 points won so far by Harry Wang have all been errors from Ginting.
Yeah, and that's also something to evaluate when they're finished here. How did they actually do? Did they score their own points? So we need to work a little bit more on the consistency, or were they not able to score their own points? So we need to work on the attacking game and so on. Yeah, so it gives a very, very good roadmap going forward, playing matches like this.
Look at that beautiful smooth movement from this man. Gosh, he just seems to glide across the court, doesn't he? Look at this. Oh my goodness, poetry in motion.
Service over. 4-10.
Yeah. Well, he played himself into trouble there, Harry Wang, because his smash was nowhere near the side of the court. Look where this smash is, just to the right of Ginting's body, and from that moment he was able to control the rally. Well, he's pretty much controlled proceedings so far. 7-point advantage for the Olympic bronze medalist here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Scored 1, 20 seconds. Scored 1, 20 seconds. Full. Play.
Oh, that's well left. Just long of that back line.
12, full.
Good rally.
13, full.
I think that's one of the big differences, Steen, at this elite level of play, is that, you know, that attempted kill at the front of the court from Wang, you know, at the lower level, that probably would have been a winner. At this elite level, you've always got to expect the shuttle to come back.
Exactly. And I think one of the things that we're also going to talk more about today is pace of movement, pace of shot execution, and pace of sort of reading the game.
Service over. 5-13.
Oh, my goodness. No lack of effort.
Service over. 14-5.
Daniel Martin seems to be the drum leader.
Harry.
Studied at the University of Nottingham, this young man.
Good reception.
Service over. 6-14.
Sliced it a little bit to make it stay inside. Just like the attempted kill at the net previously.
Oh, that's gone long.
Service over. 15-6.
Sign of that lack of pace that was needed to be speeded up.
Pace of movement, you
Yeah,
mean,
pace of
from
movement,
Wang.
exactly.
Oh, my goodness. There's nothing wrong with the pace of that,
No.
is there, from
17,
Ginting? That
6.
really does emphasise the difference. Those 2 initial steps after playing that backhand from Ginting, so quick. Oh, yeah, well taken.
Service over. 7-17.
Good use of his reach there, He Huang.
Service over. 18-7.
He's hit a number of shuttles long of the back line. Near side of the court as we all look down during the rally.
I talked to some Danes after the practice sessions here in the arena, and they said it was very drifty and very tricky. It wasn't really consistent, at least not in the practice rounds. That's well done.
Service over. 8-19.
My goodness, good effort.
20, game point, 8.
There was a net cord from Ginting. There it was, and yet still Harry Huang. And despite a little slip to his forehand side defensive shot, I do like to see a player putting in that sort of effort. But it is 12 game point opportunities for Indonesia in this opening game. Another one goes long of the back line. 21-8,
First game,
the
won
opening
by
game.
Indonesia, 21-8.
Umpire Datan just confirming that scoreline. 15 minutes for game number 1 in favour of Indonesia.
Well done for jumping out. You almost want to get them to put some knock on this that forehand joint. You sensed it well. Did you hear what I said at the end? Just sometimes you might be being a bit more aggressive than you're talking. If you can send a signal once and just bounce the net, just get the net there. I think on this side, it's going to try and hold it a little bit more. The experience is what you expect. Don't write it off on this side.
Good, 1, 20 seconds. 1, 20 seconds.
Well, Anthony Sinisuka
Second game.
Ginting
Love all. Play.
looking very smooth and relaxed in that opening game against England's Harry Huang. Yeah, nicely done.
Service over. 1, love.
Well, for those of you that keep an eye on the world rankings in the world of badminton will perhaps be wondering why Anthony Ginting is playing at first men's singles when he's only ranked number 7 in the world. And Jonathan Christie, a recent winner of the All England Championships, beating Ginting in the final, is number 3 on the world ranking. And it is because the world rankings from the 9th of this month, earlier this month, are taken for the positions of the players that they play in the team. Now, you're not allowed to swap your team around. It's got to be the highest ranked player that plays at number 1 singles and the highest ranked doubles pair.
Yeah, of the ones that you've chosen to play on the team that day.
Exactly, yes, well pointed out, Steve. Yeah.
So Jonathan Christie could actually play first men's singles if Anthony Ginting was having a day off.
As indeed happened in the Uber Cup team for China. Chen Yufei, the Olympic champion, was not selected for today's match, so Hebing Zhao, the second-ranked Chinese player, played number 1 women's singles. Yeah. So, a challenge here. Well, in the opening game, he was absolutely right. Is he right again? This time he's wrong. That was on the line from Ginting.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Now, Steve, during the 2-minute timeout there, we saw the England coach, George Bevan, talking to Harry Huang. I actually had to ask you who the coach was, because I don't think I've ever seen him at a World Tour event, and you kindly informed me.
Yeah, but the English players, they're not playing the World Tour event in men's singles at the moment. You know, that was the Indonesian coach we had there, Evan Sayer. They're playing at the European Tour, and that makes it difficult also to get to feel this kind of pace that he's experiencing now, Harry Huang. It's not like he's played 2 or 3 tournaments on the World Tour this year. There's been fully loaded all the World Tour tournaments because of the Olympic qualification, so if you're a lower ranked player, there's no possibility of getting in there. Good shot.
Good rally. Probably the longest rally of the match so far. Oh, he's missed it.
Yeah, that was a great rally. And some nice executions by Harry Huang, where he, the way I saw it, left less time for Ginting to choose his shots. Perhaps not as accurate in terms of length, but he's made a lot of errors on the back line, so I think it's wise to play it a little bit flatter and rely on your defense instead of because the smashes are going to be a little bit extra flat if you lift flat instead of trying to lift high and facing steep angles from your opponent. that's difficult.
Yeah.
Especially first match in a new big
6,
arena.
4. Service over. 5, 6.
I do think that Harry Wang has actually settled into this second game much better than he started the first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pity. There you are, the curse of the
Service over.
commentator.
7, 5.
Yeah, it's a really good opportunity for Wang here, because I mean, Ginting is obviously playing to win and so on, but he knows he's played enough badminton matches, faced enough opponents to know now that he's with 99% likeliness going to win this match.
Yeah.
So he's playing, and he's playing well, but he's not playing at 100%. And that should leave some openings for the Englishman. That's a play. Yeah.
Oh yes, I like that. There's that little bit of slice again,
Service
Steve.
over. 6, 8.
Look at that. You could just see that
Yeah.
racket head turn, that bit of slice at the last moment.
Service over. 9, 6.
Missed it.
Good defense from
Service
the backhand
over.
side there by Harry
7,
Wang.
9.
Much better shot quality. We've seen in the first game a couple of defensive actions where the return from him was way too high and too long into the court and so on. So these small adjustments, if you can make that during the match, that's great. That's something that shows that there's something to work on for the future.
Yeah. So only a 2-point deficit here in this second game. Make that a 1-point deficit.
8, 9.
That lift got deflected by the net cord. That's why it ended up so short.
10, 8.
Oh, I have a feeling his follow-through may have touched the net as well. It wasn't spotted by the umpire. Yeah, nice return of serve again.
Yes.
And Steen, I hate to
9,
mention it
10.
because I know how much you dislike the forehand
I
return
do.
of serve,
I
but that
do.
was a forehand.
But it was with a good disguise on, and,
Yeah.
and that's basically, it's not whether you use your forehand or your backhand, it's whether you can disguise your returns, and that's much easier, in my opinion, doing it with the backhand. But here, Harry Wang managed to do it with his forehand, and it proved efficient.
Late.
Ginting's up in the pace of this
Yeah,
rally.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he gets his reward, which is a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval here in the second game, having already won the first. Every single shot in that rally Ginting took the shuttle early and made his opponent wait. There was no opportunity of anticipating. So 11-9 in favour of Indonesia.
Nine. Play.
So play resumes. Indonesia in the form of Anthony Sinusuka Ginting.
12,
A
9.
game, and now 3 points up in the second. Oh, somebody's using a flashlight behind the court. It's gone now. Oh,
That's beautiful.
what an angle.
13, 9.
The rhythm in the backwards movement from Anthony Ginting. Here it comes. A lot
Yep.
of small steps and
Exactly.
taking off at exactly the right time. That's gone long.
So it's over. 10,
I
13.
alluded to it from the very early stages of that opening game, his smooth movement.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And again. And when you've got that speed of movement
So it's over.
back in court,
14,
and you
10.
can get behind the shuttle, you've got so many options.
Yeah, you can overcover the front court much better because you know that you can get to the back court, and that's just a huge advantage. I have to say, when I thought about this tournament in terms of Indonesia, I thought mostly of Jonathan Christie. I've forgotten that Anthony Ginting
How dare you?
was in the final of the All England as well. So if those two players hit form at the right time, coupled with their men's doubles refinding form, then they're a very, very dangerous team.
裁判员马士德，瑞士；发球裁判员查克兰加，斯里兰卡。
Controlling the rally again, Ginting. What a rally.
Oy, oy, oy.
My goodness. Good lift from there. Well done by Harry Wang.
So it's over. 11,
And the English coaches applauding.
What a fabulous point. He lifted well from there, did Wang. My goodness me. Because look how close to the net was. That was
Thank you.
that net shot
Thank you.
from Ginting.
back on good.
But Steen, just to pick up on the point you were making about Indonesia and the strength across the squad, every single player in their lineup today has won a gold medal at either a Super 1000 event or at World Junior Championships. Now that's extraordinary.
Yeah.
All England champions, both men's doubles pairs. Of course, the man on court is an Olympic bronze medalist. He's won Super 1000 events, China Open, I think was his first, wasn't it? And,
12, 14.
you know, and then you've got the World Junior Champion.
Yeah, the first one from Indonesia in men's singles.
First one from Indonesia. Sixth Indonesian in the men's singles final at World Junior Championships, but the first one to win gold.
Yeah.
They've got to be, they might be only the number 3 seeds as far as the
15,
tournament is concerned, but when you look at it on paper, Indonesia are strong, aren't they?
They are. It's gone wide. No.
No. Sideways
On the line.
drift kept it in. Sideways drift, as far as I
16,
can see,
12.
is left to right.
Yeah. seems you can definitely play it long on both sides if you're a
Oh,
little
that's
inaccurate.
nice.
That's a good deception.
Show me
Service
them
over.
3 fingers.
13-16.
Look where he's taking it. He's reaching out and taking that shuttle high, Harry Wang. He's already learnt from his opponent today. Wasn't taking it early at the start of the match, the Englishman.
Service over. 17-13.
So got to take some hints from Victor Axelsen, I think. Harry Wang there, he's a tall man, as you said in the opening, Jill. His legs needs to be equally strong.
Yeah,
Perhaps even stronger
yeah.
than if you're a little bit shorter.
And also tall athletes, because badminton is such a 3-dimensional sport. It's not just running back and front, and you've got to jump up and you've got to get down low. He perhaps needs to work a lot on his agility too.
Exactly.
Yeah, strength and agility. Oh, look at that. What a wonderful smash from Ginting.
19-13.
Well, if I was the coach of Harry Wang, I'd be pretty pleased with his performance in this second game especially. Didn't help that he found himself 1-8 down in the opening game. Seemed to look a little bit nervous to start with. That's understandable. Oh, what do you do against that?
20.
Match point opportunities for Indonesia in the form of Anthony Sinisuka Ginting. Nice.
Excellent.
I like that
Service
shot.
over. 14-20.
He's got good technical skills, Harry Wang.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But now he knows how it must feel in practice. It must feel like he's feeling now on court facing Anthony Ginting. And then some also, yes, I mean.
Yes, correctly. Oh, brilliant!
15,
Well, it's the
20.
first time that I've ever seen Harry Wang play. And I've been very impressed. I think he's hugely talented. I'm looking forward to see how his career develops. Still a match point for Indonesia. And a cruel way for it to end as far as England are concerned. The net cord from Ginting. 21-8, 21-15, the final scoreline. A match lasting 35 minutes.
Match won by Indonesia. 21-8, 21-15.
Well, a big smile from Ginting. And gets Indonesia off to a winning start in the opening match of this group tie. Yeah, cruel, isn't it? That's thundered off the top of the tape. So confirmation of that scoreline, 21-8, 21-15 in 35 minutes. first match, we look forward to the second match of the tie, and it is the reigning and two-time All-England champions Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Arianto up against the European Games silver medalist Ben Lane and Sean Vendy. Welcome back to Chengdu and the delightful Tai Su Ying. Last year, she tells us, playing in World Badminton, signing autographs, smiling as always. Oh my goodness me, we'll miss her when she's no longer playing on the world stage. But back to the business of the day. And next up is the first men's doubles, and it's the All-England champions Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Arianto for Indonesia up against the European Championship bronze medalists from earlier this year and European Games silver medalists Ben Lane and Sean Vendy. So the players waiting in the wings. Oh, that's a bit of trickery, young Mr. Lane. Oh, I like that. We'll have to practice that at home, Steen. Spinning the racket on the finger there. I suppose you can do that already.
I can do that.
Clever clogs. Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Arianto, the second match of the tie up against Ben Lane and Sean Vendy.
Fajar Alfian, Mohamed Rian Arianto versus Ben Lane, Sean Vendy.
So the players making their way onto centre stage. The English combination comprising of a left and a right-hander. And this is the only match-up of the tie where players or pairs have played against each other previously. And this, I can tell you, will be a 7th meeting between these two pairs. And of the previous 6, honours are shared, but the Indonesians won the last 2 encounters, including that first round at last month's French Open. 2 straight games, as you can see, in Paris, 43 minutes it was. So I believe England have won the toss of the coin and have chosen ends, the far end of the court. Am I right on that, Steen?
Yes.
So, as far as the Indonesians are concerned, well, they are former world #1s. They've qualified for the Olympic Games in Paris. The only Indonesian pair to qualify. Qualified at number 7, I beg your pardon, on the qualifying list. Yes. Both players, all players, have been asked to do some shadow badminton. Isn't it lovely to see the players behind the scenes in the build-up to these matches? So, as far as these two is concerned, well, this is Fajar Alfian, turned 29 last month, from Bandung in West Java. 5'9", and that equates to, and as you saw, currently number 7 on the world rankings. But former world #1s, as I was telling you, 41 consecutive weeks from the 27th of December 2022. Mohamed Rian Arianto He's 28 and he's engaged to Rybka Sugiarto. There we are, there's that spin. Oh, we've got it in slow motion, Steen. We'll have to ask him how he does that. Ben Lane, the left-hander. Well, he's come from a very sporty family. Ah, now. Oh, he's a bit of a golfer as well, is Sean Vendy. He'll turn 28 next month. Well, you'd have to be a golfer, having been born in Scotland. Born in Kirkwall, the capital of the Orkney Isles, but more about that in a minute. Ben Lane was born in Kingston in Surrey, 26 years of age, and 19 currently on the world rankings, so they did spend a total of 12 weeks across 3 different spells at number 13 in the world. So the English pairing, Commonwealth Games silver medal 2 years ago, European Games silver last year, and 2 European Championship bronze medals, including earlier this month. Anthony Clark, their coach. Indonesian coach Ariono Miranat, who we had a glimpse of a moment ago. Fabio Lopez of Brazil, he's our umpire for this one. And Benjamin Kuo, the service judge.
On my right, Indonesia, represented by Fajar Alfian and Muhammad Rian Aldianto. And on my left, England, represented by Ben Lane and Sean Vendy. Indonesia to serve, Fajar Alfian to Sean Vendy, lob ball, play.
So Indonesia nearest to us in the form of Alfian and Ardianto up against England's Lane and Vendy.
One lob.
Well, Steen, obviously the English pair know how to beat the former world number ones because they've done so 3 times previously.
Yeah, that's encouraging for the English combination. The downside of it is that it seems like Alfian and Ardianto have refound form as of late.
Yes, in winning their 2nd consecutive All-England title. In fact, the All-England Championships last month was their first title since last year's All-England Championship for the Indonesian pair. So you're right, they've had a bit of a barren spell by their own very high standards. And in contrast, though, I think Lane and Vendy have had a huge step forward because last month at the Swiss Open, a Super 300 event, they won their first ever world title.
Yeah.
In their first ever World Tour tournament final. Only the 2nd pair from England ever to win a World Tour event. The first pair being?
Service over.
Ooh. When was the World Tour invented? That was in
2018.
Language and Ellis.
Absolutely, won the Denmark Open.
Yeah.
Denmark Open in 2020. When we were still trying to come out of the global pandemic. That's gone wide, can't even be saved by the drift.
Over. 3-4.
So that win on the World Tour for the English pair should give them huge confidence, shouldn't it, Steve?
Yes, I think so. And as far as I recall it, it was a reasonably strong men's double lineup in the Swiss Open.
Well, they beat Fikri and Moana in the final.
4-3. Show you, please. Okay, thank you.
Cool, okay. have to press
two-time
on.
World Championships
Find the
silver
width
medalist,
with
this
control.
man, Anthony Clark.
The same year?
In the same year, in 2006, in Madrid, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So tactically, Steen, I mean, you are very aware, we have watched these two pairs on many occasions, not necessarily playing against each other, but we're very aware of their styles. What do you think the English combination have got to do tactically today?
Yeah, they've got to play the service situation well. We've seen in the first match that it is a windy stadium, and you would think that that was to the advantage of the Indonesians, because they used to play in the Stora Senayan and so on. But one of the wins for Lane Windy actually came in Singapore Open, which is also a very, very windy arena. So I would expect some variations in the service situation and really be alert on the third shot and getting on the attack. For both pairs, it's getting on the attack.
Versus Pilachai.
Oh, it's just wide.
It looked like he barely touched that one.
Yeah.
Over 4-6.
One run of 4 straight points comes to an end for the Indonesians.
Umpire Stephanie Bennett from France. Service judge Kevin Bennett from the United States of America.
Oh, I like that defence from Ardianto.
7-4.
Drived the attacking shot back flat over the net and moved forward. We tend to think of Alfian as very much the front court player, don't we, Steen? Whereas Ardianto has the capabilities, but he never looks to me quite as comfortable at the front of the court.
No, I agree. But he's become better.
Ball in.
Ooh. It looked in from what I saw, but again, not the best of positions to judge from up here.
Well, Vendy must have completely missed that attempted return. Because I didn't see him as leaving that. I thought he was trying to play it and just didn't reach it. Because it was a very well disguised flick serve. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that's clearly, and that's a shocking challenge.
Unsuccessful.
And super important
One
for,
challenger remaining.
yeah, in this case the Indonesians. But if you can play flick serves like this, then you automatically gain a little bit in the low services, because your opponent have to respect that that you have a super good flick serve. Excellent.
Yeah, that was an example, that rally, of Alfian's reading of the game at the front of the court, his interceptions. He'd played one earlier to that as well.
You can almost see here as well the battle for the initiative. The English players, very high rackets in the service situation just after the service and the return, trying to look for the initiative. But it's difficult because the great eye for the game that especially Faya Alfian has.
This time the flick serve is long.
Yeah.
Over 5-9.
That was the third flick serve to Sean Vendy. There might have been even more. I just recall the two that was good. And now this one, so must be part of the game plan for the Indonesians.
Good drop. Yeah. Set up the rally, the disguised drop shot to the centre of the court.
9.
Here it comes from Vendy. That one. That was the one that did the damage. And it was nicely finished off too.
Court 4, Uberka, Denmark versus the United States of America. Women's double, Michael Vogel, Sarah Chusen versus Enyi Xu, Carrie Xu.
裁判员拉克伯里亚、斯里兰卡。发球裁判员
another flick serve. Everybody's flick serving at the moment.
Umpire, Lakriya Edlishina from Sri Lanka. Service serve.
You've got to do it to give yourself a better chance with the low serves.
So to the mid-game interval, and it is a 5-point advantage for Indonesia here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Smack it, hoping that you just smack it back. Step off, yeah, and then really hook the next one that they push through. Okay, you get the lift, stick in the odd drop, yeah, and then again, really active in that forecourt. Yeah, doubly taking them off. It is hard this end, but just smack it. When you place off, you've done really well. If we go over, step off a bit and then control again. Okay?
Yeah, but I don't think we need to control too early with it. Something like we need to just get it
Meet in, yeah. Okay. And then get up the court then to do that, okay? Come on,
11-6. Play.
So 11-6 the advantage to Alfian and Ardianto for Indonesia. Now Anthony Clark was talking there, Steen, I managed to catch him saying something about block it or take the pace out, and beyond that I was struggling. Did you manage to hear anything more?
It's difficult to hear a lot more, but I think the game plan is to play it below the tape if possible.
Yes, so when it's gone over the net, it must be going in a downward direction,
yes,
basically. Oh, lucky net call.
So here we saw in the opening stages, we saw Sean Brendy put a lot of pace in his shots. And so how does that add up with what Anthony Clark said? Well, it adds up in the way that you can't do the thing you want to do all the time, because, I mean, people pick up on it way too easily. So sometimes you've got to push a couple of times, and then you created space for a block. Just like the flick serves that we've seen, they create space for the low serves. A really good comeback here in the first game after the interval by
all 3
Lane and
points.
Wendy.
All 4 points. Five straight points since the mid-game interval.
Adjustment needed from Ariona Miranat. Could it be just a block on a low serve?
Well, the run comes to an end. Those 5 straight points from the English pair really have got themselves back into this opening game. Done well.
The last one here, they lift 3 times consecutively in the same corner to Ardianto. I would like to see them move him a little bit, and I think Anthony Clark agrees with me from the coach's chair. His arm movement was suggesting the same thing.
Or to vary it on the lifts.
To move Ardianto so you can't stand there firing smashes looking at where are the opponents and where's the openings. So you have to move before you hit it.
But also, I mean, the 5 straight points that the English pair had won prior to that, how many times did they lift in those 5 straight points?
No, none.
Exactly. Oh, it's suddenly lift 3 times.
Boy,
in
he
one
was
round.
quick on that.
That's not the best of serves, though, from Ardianto.
So that might be the explanation on why we've seen
Him flicking.
Yes.
I like that variation on the serve.
Yeah.
Low serve out wide.
13,
And Sean Vendy. Quite remarkable. 7 of the last 8 points for the English pair.
Good play. Good play. He's playing with a lot of confidence, Sean Vendy.
14, 12.
8 of the last 9 points. What on earth has happened to the Indonesians? Oh,
Oi.
oh dear, yeah. Shuttle stuck in the broken strings.
It's over. 13, 14.
Maybe got a little bit too confident, leading 11, was it 5 or 6?
6.
11-6. So when you're talking, when you're going into the coaching situations, you really haven't got much to work on, and that sort of continue what you've been doing so well so far, but a very good adjustment from the English side, being more sort of committed on the front court.
Well, I don't know whether that was a tentative disguise from Sean Vendy or whether he changed his mind.
I think he had to wait till it came out of tumbling, the shuttle.
Nice.
Good play.
15, 14. That's for goal, too high.
Service fault called on
That's
Alfian.
over. 15 all.
Very difficult to tell, isn't it?
He was lifting the left arm, and that's normally what happens when you get called.
That's over. 16, 15.
Interesting service here. Bad serve.
That's over.
That's a concern for the Indonesians.
16
It's
all.
a huge concern, isn't it?
Good play.
Oh, lovely interception from Fajar Alfian.
It's over.
And when
17,
the coach nods
16.
of approval. Look at that. Super.
If I were the English right now, I would take my chances on Ardianto, even when a little below the taper. I wouldn't try and challenge Alfian on the front court there. It might not be successful, but he's not serving well, Ardianto.
18, 16.
That's lovely placement.
situations where it would be super important to have some intel on your opponent's 18-16 Alfian serving. How often in close situations is he flicking? If you know that, it's just like a goalkeeper in football taking a penalty. If you know that your opponent is almost never ever flicking in tight situations, you can go a little bit earlier on the low serve.
As long as you don't move before the serve is struck.
Yeah.
From Belgium.
Oh, yes. There's a huge gap there, and that was well found by Alfian. Oof. Quite a bit of trickery, but there's the flick serve once again. Yeah, he's lost confidence on his serve.
Yeah, that's concerning.
We've seen it happen in women's doubles, and indeed mixed doubles. Rarely have we seen a player totally lose confidence on the low serve in men's doubles.
Over 20, game point, 18.
But there are 2 game point opportunities here for Indonesia in this opening game. Long of the back line, convert on their first. 21-18.
21-18.
Umpire confirms that scoreline. Just about 19 minutes for that opening game in favour of Indonesia's Alfian and Ardianto.
That's 21. So we can do the same way as them. Yeah, they're going to fly out the back if we get early. Okay, so if you can get the shot downwards, and how to play these little pokey jumps, that's what we're going to look for. Yeah, you know that you're looking for them, push down the line. They want you to then get hold of it and smack it at them so they can counter. It's when you can take a chance and hit some crosses. Okay, when you go forwards, you know that you're always going to look for the natural lines. Yeah, take it away from it. You had that period in that game where you were literally doing the unpredictable. Yeah, so you were doing some of that. You were turning to the side. When you were doing that, they can't reach you, so they then just start playing silly shots.
Ya, boleh paling gini kan, agak, ya, turun. Kalau mau kencang pelan ini, pelan. Ya, coba aja teman, aja, kayak tadi tuh, kita taruh, taruhnya, dia maju, dorong, tebuk. Ya, nah sekarang kan kesalahannya.
Thirty-one, 20 seconds. 31, 20 seconds. Second game, lot of play.
So Indonesia, 1 game to the good. Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Ardianto. That's just long.
Serves over. 1 love.
Don't know whether you managed to catch anything that Anthony Clark was saying there, Steve.
I heard that he was calling for deceptions, or I forgot the exact word he used, but when you vary your game and put deceptions on your shots from the front court, your opponents can't read you, as he said. And then I also got the understanding that they feel that they're playing a little bit up against the drift, which sounds crazy the way he put that long.
Yeah.
But that it's even more severe for the Indonesians. So trying to overcover the front court.
That was a better serve for
Yeah.
Ardianto.
But now they're one game to the good.
Just expect these little pushes down the line every time, guys. Come on.
Well, was that expect those little pushes down the line, or play those pushes every time down the line?
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
No. Good combination play by the Indonesians. That's nice placement too.
I couldn't really do much. Sean Wendy, on the penultimate shot there, they were in trouble. It was survival mode. Got to follow on that one. Missed it.
Just wide.
That's over. 3-all.
That's nice.
Yeah, but he can't push those shots, Ben Lane. He's done it a number of times also in the first game, and they're losing the majority of the rallies. And that's where you have to realize that a shot that normally is a good shot against a lot of opponents, here you're just facing opponents that are a little bit quicker in their reactions.
So what would you want him
Block
to do?
it instead.
Block it or guide it?
Yeah, both.
Both, yeah.
It's over.
No, so
Challenges all out.
challenge from the Indonesians. They thought the low serve was good. No, it was way short. Wasted challenge.
Successful. One challenge remaining. That's over. 4-all. Play.
That bounced off the top of the tape. Absolutely nothing the English pair could do about that.
4.
Play.
Oh, that's way in. What was he thinking there, Ben Lane?
6-4.
Did you know the Indonesians, Steen, had opened a coffee shop back in 2019?
No.
Alfian's home city of Bandung.
Oh.
Called it Forestry.
Do it now, guys.
Well,
And Alfian's brother runs it for them. You'd love to go there, wouldn't you?
yeah, exactly.
You're a big coffee drinker.
Indonesian coffee is magnificent. I think the sponsor of the Indonesia Open is a coffee company.
7-4.
Oh, it's landed in. Did you notice Vendy on the return of serve there? He had a racket down by his ankles.
I didn't see it.
And looking to go back for the flick serve, really forcing his opponent pretty much to serve low.
Yeah.
Good defence.
Oi! Oi!
It's just wide and it's just long.
6-7.
That's, had it have worked, would have been play of the day.
you. Action. Play.
Several times Ben Lane has been caught on his defence down his forehand side when he still tries to defend with the backhand action.
Yeah. In his defence, the serve from Wendy was a bit short here.
9-6.
They gotta hang on now, Lane and Wendy, if they want to get a win.
Just enough pace on it to make it awkward for Ben Lane. Yeah, that's clever. To the mid-game interval. Indonesia with a 4-point advantage, having already won the opening game.
Dia jangan netting, pasti taruh lagi. Lalu di sini ada dia sudah maju, panjangin aja dulu. Kalau cuma saya di sini tadi, cuma saya di sini nggak sini taruh. Kan itu bola keduanya. Kalau hanya kita ambil kalau kita yang belakang siap. Buang aja kalau kita. Kalau depan yang urus pasti bagus. Kalau nanti asal dorong dikit. Ya, oke.
7, Ben. Play.
Well, it was after the mid-game interval of the opening game that the English player started playing better and better. And if you're an English fan, you'll be hoping for the same thing once again. That's going wide.
There was that little block.
Yep.
Serves over. 8-11. Play.
Oh, what a great service return from Alfian.
Serves over. 12-8.
In over the head of Sean Wendy. That's one of the things where I feel that Ben Lane could improve a little bit in his attacking game. He's not the hardest hitter on court, but if he could get extra steepness on his shots, that would be beneficial for the English pair.
And more precise placement.
Yeah, but steepness over precision. But being a left-hander, coming from his forehand side, he would have a really, really nasty cross smash where he could go all the way cross or just cross past the middle. That would be super tricky to defend for the opponents.
Yeah. Well, he didn't take his time on serve there, did he?
Serves over. 10-14.
this is one of the matches where you can really hope for an English win. When you look at the English team, where do we get some wins here at this Thomas Cup campaign? This is one of the opportunities.
Yeah.
Last win in an individual match for England against an Asian combination. That was back in 2016. I was quite surprised when I saw it. Peter Briggs and Tom Wolfenden beat Cooking Kid and Tan Poon Hyung.
Brilliant. Gosh, I remember them. Yeah. Wow, that was a heck of a result, wasn't it?
It was.
That's over. 15-10.
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant by Alfian.
16-10.
And now it seems like it's all sort of like fizzling out for Lane and Wendy. Good play by Ardianto there. He had to play upwards, but he didn't apply full power. So nothing to work with for Lane and Wendy.
Nice. Oh, that's nice too. Good rally. Yeah.
Service over. 11-17.
Bad of that rally there as well. English, not so much that one. That was early on where they lost the initiative.
Out. Service over. 12-18.
All credit to Alfian Ardianto, who's steadied the ship.
Seems incredibly difficult in this magnificent arena to actually lift the shuttle.
Yeah, but it's going to be fast playing conditions throughout the tournament. I have no doubt about it. We are 500 meters above sea level here in Chengdu.
8 match point opportunities for Indonesia. Only needed the one. 21-18, 21-12, the margin of their victory. And after the mid-game interval of the second game, quite frankly, the Indonesians just ran away with it. You used the expression, Steen, of the English fizzled out. And I think that's a good description.
21-18, 21-12.
Umpire confirming that scoreline. 21-18, 21-12. A match lasting 36 minutes. The serve return into the net from Sean Vendy, and a 2-game victory for the Indonesians, which of course means that Indonesia have a 2-love lead in the overall tie. 5 matches in the tie, and at the group stage we play all 5. There's confirmation of what I've just told you. 2 straight games and a 2-love lead for Indonesia against England. Well, second men's singles is coming up next, and it's the All England champion, former Asian Games gold medalist Jonathan Christie for Indonesia, up against Nadim Delvi for England. Welcome back to Chengdu, southwestern China, the land of the pandas. I was lucky enough to go and see the pandas on Thursday morning. Really wonderful experience it was too. Well, back to the business of the Thomas Cup, this group stage, Group C, a tie between Indonesia, the 14-time former champions, and England. And up next is Jonathan Christie at the second men's singles against Nadim Dalvi of England. All 5 matches are contested in the group stage. Then when we get to the knockout stage, any dead matches are not contested. So once one team has got to 3 matches up within the tie, any remaining matches are not played. So Jonathan Christie playing at second men's singles against Nadim Dalvi of England. So this will be a first meeting between these 2 players. Now, what an occasion for the teenager from England. That confirms what I've just told you.
Black and red. Red will be black. Red, you win the toss. What to choose? Side, serve, serve.
So Jonathan Christie on the toss of the coin has chosen the near side of the court, and Dalvi had the opportunity then to serve or to receive, and he's chosen to serve. I think that's a very wise decision. So Jonathan Christie, the newly crowned All-England champion. First Indonesian winner of the All-England title for 30 years. He is a former world number 2. He's 1 place down from that career high at the moment at number 3. And this is his 5th Thomas Cup campaign. And incidentally, the 5th time that he's played either at first or second men's singles. That is remarkable consistency. Same for Anthony Ginting. As far as his opponent is concerned, Nadim Dalvi, he's just 19 years of age. A couple of finals last year. Won the South African Future Series event, beating Georges-Julian Paul in the final, and reached the final of the Spanish Future Series as well. He was actually selected for the Sudirman Cup campaign last year in Suzhou, when he was the 8th highest ranked men's singles player on the world ranking at the time. Born in Luton, and there he is. Fairly tall athlete, 5'10½". And he played second men's singles at the European Men's Team Championships earlier this year, which was staged in Poland. So Steen, like Harry Huang,
Ready to play.
I've never seen this English player play before. Nadim Dalvi, have you?
Yes, I saw him play the Sudirman Cup, as you mentioned, where he lost to Kanta Sunyama. And we're probably going to see something a little bit similar to what we saw with Harry Huang. Technically a strong player. But pace is lacking a little bit in terms of, not a little bit, there's a lot of pace lacking in terms of the All-England champion.
Yes, the All-England champion, like Ginting, is a beautiful mover around the court. Our umpire for this one, Sung Gung from China, and Fine Datan, the service judge.
On my right, Indonesia, represented by Jonathan Christie. On my left, England, represented by Nadim Dalvi. England to serve, love all, play.
So England, in the form of Nadim Dalvi, are getting this third match of the tie underway, the second men's singles against the All England champion Jonathan Christie.
Service over, 1 love.
Well, interesting, Steen, that you've talked about Dalvi's technical skills. I'm not altogether surprised about that, because I understand that he certainly has in the past, I don't know whether he still does, trains at the Sankey Academy. Do you remember Sarah Sankey?
Yes, I do. I do.
Hugely talented individual.
Made a late comeback in her career, actually, Sarah Sankey.
She did too. She's a former women's doubles partner of mine. And her racket skills were just incredible. So the fact that he's trained at her academy, that doesn't surprise me about the racket skills. That's gone wide. Oh, that's right into the corner. That's a lovely return from Christie.
Service over, 2, 3.
It's a big step up. I've mentioned the two finals that Dalvi's been in, both Futures Series events, and that is basically the lowest tier of tournaments within the World Tour of the BWF sanctioned events, the first challenge of the match. Then you go to International Series, then you go to International Challengers, then you have the Super 100 events, and then you have the HSBC BWF World Tour with 300 and above. So it's a long way to step up to this sort of elite level.
Yeah.
Just long.
Action, out.
Good challenge by Christie.
Yeah, there is a long way, and that you mentioned it. I think it was in the first game that when you play tough opposition, it can go one of two ways. You can sort of get fired up by it and say, I need to practice more, and now I know what it must feel like, and others get disheartened and disillusioned. But the thing is that when you start practicing well, when you start practicing correct, then you take big steps in the beginning. So you could easily pass some of the steps relatively quickly.
Missed it.
A little lucky point there for Dalvi, or not perhaps lucky, but in the opening stages played some good pressure shots to the backhand of Jonathan Christie and moving backwards, and that's where you see the top players, they know that they have to adjust their sort of spot where they're changing direction. They have to overcover some of the corners to get an advantage. If you're always standing at the middle trying to cover each corner equally, then you're never really getting an advantage in top badminton.
Oh,
that's well done.
Yeah, that's very well done.
Service over, 6, 5.
Missed it. I like the fact that Dalvi played a net shot of Christie's net shot.
Yes.
Good courage. And well executed too.
so much in the men's singles is decided on who wins the net and the front court.
Yeah.
Who controls it.
Because if you're forcing a defensive lift from your opponent, then you are in command of the rally.
In command of the rally. And it's shots to the front court that are the fastest, so that's the one you should be concerned about.
Service over. 8-6.
Oh, my goodness. What a super smash. And that movement, you mentioned it in the first men's singles with Ginting. Look at that movement again from Christie. And the power in the legs to move smoothly.
And to stop the movement backwards. And there's no extra steps. There's no little extra step to regain balance or anything. It's just stop and go forward.
After the jump, the stop, and then move forward. Yeah.
Challenges.
No,
Challenge.
I think the line judge got that right.
Yes, I think so too.
I think it was quite close, though. Oh no, Steen, we're well off form on our challenges.
Smile from Nadim Dawi. Clever play by Jonathan Christie. That push across the body from to Nadim Dawi. Difficult to cover. It was this Indonesian lineup who won the final in 2021. Ginting first, Alfian Ardianto and Jonathan Christie. If they can get that to work again, they're going to be extremely dangerous in this tournament.
Very good point.
Especially given that it looks like we have fast playing conditions.
Yeah.
3号场地尤国杯，韩国队对阵墨西哥队女子双打，金慧珍、孔熙柔对阵加西亚坎特里拉、瓦迪维亚里奥。
Court 3, Uberka, Korea versus Mexico. Women's double, Kim Hae-jung, Kong Hee-hong versus Vanessa Melissa Kosir Con-Leifless. Fatima Neo.
Well, it's landed on the line. So it is England in the form of Nadine Dalby who have the advantage at the mid-game interval, a 2-point advantage against the reigning All England champion. Yeah, you were right, Steen, it was well in.
Siap lagi, dia pasti mau main drop-dropan gitu juga. Gak usah diadu dulu.
So the advantage here in the opening game with England. A 2-point advantage. That's long for that line. So Steen, a little quiz question for you. 4 men's singles players here in Chengdu for Indonesia. Ginting, Jonathan Christie, Widodo, Chico Widodo, and
Farhan.
Christie is the odd man out. Why?
Christie's the odd man.
So you have to think about their 4th ranked player, the reigning world junior champion.
Yeah. No. Pass.
Jonathan Christie is the only one of the 4 men's singles players not to win a medal at World Junior Championship level.
Ooh.
Service over. 12-10.
Yeah. That hurts a little bit.
But he's All England champion. He's won a gold medal at Asian Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Which
know,
would you rather?
but you know you're in trouble when your pals start the conversation with, you know, back in the days.
Service over. 11-12.
Missed it. No, it's just wide. I've changed my glasses now.
Yeah,
Steve.
okay, good. That's good. He lost the challenge here, and I wonder if he's got any more left, Dalby.
He won his first challenge.
Yeah, but he... Oh, okay, yeah. So he's
Yes.
got one left.
Yeah, I think so.
I can tell you he's improved from what I saw in the Sudirman Cup last year against Tsuneyama. Better pace. I'm not sure Christie has opened up fully, but clearly better pace from Dalby than I saw last year.
Service over. 13-all.
Oh, that's a good smash. Instead of going down the line using the body smash, and using it to great effect. Hasn't been long by much.
Extra height next time.
That just leaves more time for Christie. Oi. He got so confused that he missed it.
14-15.
Yeah, more difficult to control the shuttle when you're at full stretch. And Dalby was sent in the wrong direction initially. Deep lunge to try and retrieve that drop shot. Still a teenager. That's not surprising then, Steen, that he's improved so much in the
No.
last year.
No, that's a good sign. Great placement again, and that push from the front court by Jonathan Christie. Going for the left shoulder. A little bit across the body. If we're probably not going to get it in slow here, but Dalby had the racket up covering his forehand side, so it's super difficult to change it.
So 7 of the last 9 points to this man. Oh dear.
Service over. 15
Played the racket out of his opponent's hand, did Jonathan Christie there.
18-15.
The cross-court net shot. Way too loose, this one.
Yeah.
But still didn't give up on the point.
That's basically what you want to see if you're George Berman. You want to see the players fight to get as much out of the matches where you're. Yeah, that's well done by Jonathan Christie.
Good sportsmanship, I like that. Alerting his opponent to the fact that there's still a wet patch on the court. Doesn't want his opponent slipping and injuring himself. Look at this movement again. This is what you're talking about, the jump. He lands and immediately moving forward.
Exactly. And he slipped. And almost exactly that spot he slipped there. Nadim Dalvi, luckily nothing bad. Look at this here.
Yeah. How many times has Christie used that body push from the net and played a winner from it?
Played a winner. Just a little bit cross to the left-hand side of the body.
So game point opportunities for Indonesia. 4 of them to be precise. One will do. 21-16, the opening game. 21-16 confirms the umpire at just about 17 minutes for that opening game. And once Jonathan Christie was into his rhythm, he looked very impressive indeed.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Level. Play.
So Indonesia, 1 game to the good. Jonathan Christie, the All England champion. Once he got in his strides, looked very impressive indeed. Ooh, that's well judged. So any suggestions, Dean, as to what this young man, this 19-year-old from Luton, should be doing?
I think not change too much. Still focus a lot on his own game and get a lot of good practice from it, because if he starts going too much for points, I think he risks ending up in the other ditch, so to speak, and scoring a lot of Christie's point because of errors and mistakes. But I think playing this near side here, a little bit extra alert on the front court, and hope that Christie is unable to control it to the back court.
So first challenge of this second game. Has that just been taken by the drift and gone wide?
Yeah, I think so.
Here we go. Ooh, wide by a whisker. Well done, line judge.
Oi. Good
You know,
first defense.
It was lovely defence, but already in this second game, there's twice. There was one smash down the forehand side of Dalby. This one here as well, when he's pushed deep into his forehand corner. And you mentioned, I think it was in the first match, about needing to improve the leg strength.
Yeah.
That was a sign to me that Dalby needs to get physically much stronger. But he's only a teenager.
Yes.
He's not physically developed probably until he's 22 or something.
Exactly, and that's the thing that's difficult to see, because he looks like a grown man and so
Yeah.
on. But you can't really see the muscle strength
Yeah.
until you see him on court, and that he's okay fast, but there's also a difference between being fast in the attack, in the sort of neutral game, and being fast in the defense. And defense requires a lot more power
In the legs.
in the legs. There was a situation with my not so beloved forehand service return there. No deception, just basically a serve on a serve, a long serve on a short serve to the back line.
Going wide. Yeah.
Yeah, now he's signaling to George Bowen that there's probably some drift that way, and there was also in the first game. But it's psychologically, this is interesting, because he played a really good first game, Dalby, and so the sort of expectations tends to rise after such a good game. You want to follow up on it, but Christie is also sort of, hey, I want to get through this convincingly.
Yeah.
And that's why I was a little bit reluctant with what he needs to do and so on, because I don't think really that Dalby can challenge Christie consistently at this level. He needs to still improve on basically all points of his game in order to be able to challenge. Faster racket movement, better defense, stronger attack variations, the follow-ups and so on. So a lot depends on his opponent.
Oh, that's a pity. It's a second service error.
The force that the opponent is coming on court with. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good quality. Good.
3-8.
if he can put a little bit more pressure on that long forehand corner of Jonathan Christie, some chances might occur.
Service over. 9-3.
I sit with the feeling that Dalby controlled the drift a bit better in the first game than he's done here in the second.
Oh, he found the line that time. Don't you think also, though, that combined with the fact that Christie has improved his game, he's settled. It's always, you know, even if you're all England champion, it maybe takes a match or two just to settle into the conditions. So a game and 11-3 the advantage to Indonesia.
Sense is going to hold that. What a statement if you can send a signal. Is that true? Yeah? So read it. Make some moves, yeah? Come on now. Come on.
So Jonathan Christie, a game and 11-3 up for Indonesia in this third match of the tie. Indonesia already with a 2-love advantage after the first two matches. Did you manage to catch any of George Bevan's?
No, there's too much clapping going on in the Indonesian camp. So
yeah, and there are 4 courts in action here in these first 2 days of competition. 3 sessions a day for the first 2 days, then we go down to 2 sessions a day. Oh, he's missed it.
Service over. 4-13.
oh, that's a beauty.
Fabulous shot. Yeah, coach like that one. I'm not surprised. Take a look at this. Sways the body one way, hits the shovel the other. That's a sign of how the confidence has grown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nicely taken.
Service over. 5-15.
Got married at the end of last year to Jonathan Christie.
Yeah, and you could say that when he first got over it, it's worked wonders for his badminton career.
Yeah, it certainly has. He's happy in his private life and happy in his badminton life.
Perhaps also this, that you have a different responsibility now.
Yeah. Yes, and I understand they're expecting their first child, he and his wife. Yeah, that's landed in.
No, he's challenging.
Always challenging.
Yeah. I think he could be right about that one. But in all honesty, he was blocking a bit of my line of sight. Oi.
Oh, I just caught the line. Well done, line judge again.
Service over. 6-6. Play.
I saw some people suggesting that maybe Jonathan Christie would have been promoted to first men's single here, and Chico Ardoyo playing second, and then Farhan third. I think I take it as a testament that Indonesia realizes that they're in a little bit of a tough group. Two other teams, Thailand and India, which both have strong first men's singles. So I think maybe they're going to give Alwi Farhan this match here and then start playing with Chico Ardoyo in the next two matches.
Yeah, good theory. Added to the fact that Chico Ardoyo has had his injury woes of late, hasn't he? It's good to see him back on court and good to see him playing well again.
Empire, David Event from England. Service judge, David Grafwan-Schwerin from Austria.
86.
3 points from a winning 3-love lead within the overall tie. That's his second service error.
Service over. 7-18.
That's a good net shot from Dalby. Took the shuttle early. Lots of spin on it. Another one. Oh, he's challenging again. If he's wrong here, he hasn't got any challenges left.
Harus berani agak nekan, jadi orang kaget kan.
Oh, he's caught the line by a whisker for a second time. And Jonathan Christie is out of challenges.
9-18.
He can hardly believe it either. Yeah, this is a good little run, isn't it? 4 straight points for Dalby. Oh no, that's gone wide.
Service over. 19-10.
Yeah.
20.
Good attack and good follow-up.
10.
Yeah, got a lot of steepness on the first one.
And 10 match point opportunities for Jonathan Christie and Indonesia. Nice backhand. Nice. Seen glimpses of these skills today, haven't we, Steve? That shows that proves he's got talent.
Yeah. India versus Thailand. Men's single. Sim Shukla versus Panichaporn Tilalasaku.
裁判员刘云，中国；发球裁判员安德烈亚，意大利。
Umpire Liu Yun from China. Service judge Andrea Ciappini from Italy.
That was like a practice routine. Yeah. Neither player wanting to deviate from their plan within the rally. Two match points well saved. Third one is converted. Jonathan Christie. 21-16, 21-12 against the teenager Nadine Dalvi.
Match won by Indonesia, 21-16, 21-12.
Umpire confirming that scoreline. And just as a matter of interest, Steen, the three matches so far have got longer and longer by 1 minute. 35 minutes the first match, 36 the second match, and this match 37 minutes. But the victory, as with the previous two matches, to Indonesia. Confirmation of what I've just told you. Jonathan Christie wins the third match of the tie, 21-16, 21-12 in 37 minutes. Well, coming up next, we will turn our attention back to men's doubles, the second men's doubles, and the All England champions from 2 years ago, Fikri and Maulana for Indonesia, up against Hemming and Van Leeuwen for England. Well, it's just 8:15 in the evening here in Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province in southwestern China. It's a city where the modern blends with the tradition, and the ancient city that it once was. So our next match is the second men's doubles, and Mohammed Sohib Fikri and Bagas Maulana up against Callum Hemming and Ethan van Leeuwen. There's the four courts in action that I was telling you about a little earlier on. And of course, 16 teams in the Thomas Cup and 16 teams in the Uber Cup. It's the World Team Championships for men and for women. The Thomas Cup is for the men and the Uber Cup for the women. And as far as the Thomas Cup is concerned, this is the 33rd competition. The Uber Cup, it is only the 30th competition. But our next match, the players just about ready to come onto court. Here they come, led out by the Indonesians, the former All England champions, Mohammed Sohib Fikri and Bagas Maulana. So, this is the first meeting between these two pairs, due in part to the fact that Hemming and van Leeuwen, a relatively new partnership. They only formed their partnership the year that Fikri and Maulana were winning the All England title. So the England combination, I believe, won the toss of the coin and chose to serve. As far as the Indonesians are concerned, well, vastly more experienced than their opponents, but they haven't won a title since their All England title back in 2022. Won the All England when they were unseeded. Mohammed Sohib Fikri and Bagas Maulana. Maulana is the older of the two. He's 25 years of age. Oh, look, there's another one who can spin the racket like that. Oh, I'm going to have to learn that, no doubt about it. Bagas Maulana, they're 182. That's 5'11" and a half from Cilacap in central Java. Second Thomas Cup for this men's doubles pair from Indonesia. One group match 2 years ago in Bangkok against Singapore, and they duly won that one. Mohammed Sohib Fikri, 24. This is Callum Hemming, who's 23, from Luton in south-eastern England. Lives in Milton Keynes, as does, I believe, this man, Ethan van Leeuwen. Turned 23 earlier this month, born in Grimsby in northeast Lincolnshire. A son of two former international badminton players, Joe Davis of England, who was the silver medalist at the 1998 Commonwealth Games, and father Jurgen van Leeuwen, a Dutch international player. Callum Hemming is 24 years of age.
Ready to play.
And they, as a combination, have been in won one title. That was last year, the Polish International Series event. 3 finals in total, though, for the English pair. in international competition. But very interestingly, at the European Men's Team Championships, this regular partnership, as it's become, was split at one stage, with Callum Hemming playing the semi-final with Sean Vendy, and Van Leeuwen playing with Ben Lane. Oh, the umpire spotted that. Umpire Benjamin Kuo from Chinese Taipei, Fabio Lopez from Brazil, the service judge.
On my right, Indonesia, represented by Mohaba Sohibu Fikri and Begas Maulana. And on my left, England, represented by Callum Hemming, Ethan Van Leeuwen. England to serve, Ethan Van Leeuwen to Mohaba Sohibu Fikri. Love ball. Try.
So England get this second men's doubles underway.
One, love. Service over. 1-0.
Nice drop. Yeah, good work from the back of the court from Van Leeuwen.
2-1.
Well, this man is a triplet. He's got a brother and a sister. Well done, Mum, is all I can say. 3 babies at once. That's amazing, isn't it? Oh, well taken. Callum Hemming also has the distinction of having won the doubles double at last year's Polish International Series. Won the men's doubles with his partner of today, Ethan Van Leeuwen. And he won the mixed doubles with Steen?
Van Leeuwen's sister?
Yes, yeah. Estelle. Yeah, that's pretty special for brother and sister to win titles at the same event.
It's been a long time since I've seen Callum Hemming. I can recall seeing him when he was playing with Jess Pugh in the mixed double.
Yeah, they won a couple of titles together, didn't they? The Portuguese International Series and the Scottish International Challenger. They were a good mixed doubles pair.
Service over.
Started out well.
4-3.
I saw this man at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham in 2022.
5-2.
Good tumble serve there. Was he playing men's doubles there? No. At the Commonwealth Games?
No, he played mixed with Jess Pugh. Yeah, they lost in the
Service over.
quarter-final to Tan Kiang Ming and Lai Pei-jing, who then got the bronze medal.
So that's how we normally see Fikri.
5-0.
Very adventurous at the front court.
Yes, good attacking play by the English pair. Yeah, nice.
Service over. 6-4.
It.
Service over.
Wide of the centre line it was.
Yeah. Good call by the umpire, because that must be his line, and that was not easy to see from his position.
Go! Service over. 7-6.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, well, it's challenging. Yeah, I saw that as on the line. See if these change of glasses has made any difference.
It was close, no doubt about it. I think it definitely deserved a challenge.
They're right. My goodness. I haven't got one right all day, have I?
You had one, I think, earlier on. But we haven't been too good.
We haven't. We're going to have to up our games here, Steen.
8-6. Tie.
She's done more with that.
Service over.
Van Leeuwen.
7-8.
I think he's got a really nice tumble serve, Callum Hemming. Normally Fikri has the same, but it hasn't really worked for him yet.
Brilliant. Oh, fabulous.
Both of you. Superb. That's it. Great link up. Well done.
Good interception there from Hemming. And the disguise drop from Ethan Van Leeuwen. Absolutely superb.
9-7. Wait.
Just have to wait for the line judge to get back on the spot.
Yeah, the line judge is doubling up as court attendance.
Service over. 8-9.
Oh my goodness, had to readjust there. Lana and did awfully well.
No.
It's the first time the Indonesian pair have been in the lead.
Yeah.
Service over. 10-0.
To the mid-game interval, and it is the Indonesian pair of Fikri and Lana who have the 1 point advantage. That was efficiently put away from the big man, Maulana.
Every time, okay? So just keep doing that. You can compete when you're above taking them off. But make sure as soon as you do it, you get racket ready because they just fire them all.
Obviously a very tight start to this opening game. Only 1 point in it as play resumes. Did you manage to hear anything that Anthony Clark was saying there, Steen?
I didn't hear it.
No. So much background noise.
Yeah. I was also suddenly got focused on how good he was at being a right-handed coach there, Anthony Clark. He was he is a left-hander himself, but he was showing the shots with his right hand. Suddenly that caught my attention. But I suppose he would have said something about the front court play and the service situation. It's like the Indonesians have sort of gotten a little bit more alert in the service situation. What kind of variations, what kind of adjustments can Hemming and Levin do?
Service over, 12, 30.
Interception. Oh, he's pushed it wide. Fikri. And back level.
Yeah.
Players are very proactive in looking to go forward, aren't they?
They are, and the movement in between them are really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's not like the Indonesians is faster in pace at the moment. I'm wondering how affected they are that they missed the Olympic qualification. They had the chance before going into the Asia Championships, but lost in the first round there and failed to overtake Liu Chen and Wu Xuanyi on the 8th spot on the Race to Paris ranking.
He's finished number 9, agonisingly.
That's a terrible place to finish in the doubles disciplines.
Oh, look at the angle of that from Maulana. Super.
Service over.
So
14, 16.
I wouldn't be too satisfied if I were Ariona Miranet, because even though it is still the favorite to win this match, clearly Fikri and Maulana, but it's also the impression you give to the to your own team and to the rest of the teams.
Yeah, you don't expect the former All England champions to lose 5 straight points against a pair that's ranked 60 in the world.
His tumble serve is definitely not working at the moment, Fikri. I thought from the beginning of the match the Indonesians were all too happy to play from a defensive point of view. I think they need to change that approach. Good tumble serve from Van Leeuwen. Brilliant.
Super. A 3-point advantage and 3 points away from the opening game for England. Getting Fikri all tangled up on his defence. That's a shocking return of serve.
15.
Good play by Maulana. Finding the gap on the front court of the English.
16. Play.
Nice. A bit of a reverse slice on that from Hemming. And his game point opportunities.
Point, 16.
Four opportunities for England to win a first game within any of the matches so far today.
There it is.
That'll do. 21-16 opening game.
First game won by England. 21-16.
A final rally. And in my opinion, Hemming and Van Leeuwen most definitely deserved that opening game. They were far more proactive. 15 minutes and one game to the good.
Kalau misalnya ada bisa duluin netting, ya, berarti yang belakang siap, karena dia masih turun 1-5, ya, dia nggak mau ajar-ajar apa, kecuali 2-2 dulu, kesehatan. Yang paling penting sekarang 2-1-2-nya dulu, ya, 2-1-2-nya dulu. Lu misalnya itu asal lewat depannya dulu, bola keluarnya siap-siap fokus main all-outnya, ya, panjangin dulu, panjangin lagi cepat dulu nettingnya, ya, kalau bisa jarang dulu, ya, biasanya caranya apa tuh kawan, ya. Sekali itu dia akan belajar tinggi kali otak cuma dalam gitu ya pokoknya keluar itu ya.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
Oh, what a performance in that opening game by Hemming and Van Leeuwen.
Try.
One game to the good against the former All England champions, Fikri and Maulana.
Excellent.
1, love.
They look totally off Fikri and Maulana. Now one of the questions is how will the tumble serve work from this near side of the court for Hemming and Van Leeuwen. Start out with the flicker.
England challenge code in.
Well, I'm not sure I dare predict this.
Me neither. I was about to say I saw that as in, so it's probably wide.
Here we go. Ah, you should have had the courage of your conviction.
No,
Challenge
I'm scared.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 1, 2. Play.
See, that was a much better tumble serve from Maulana.
2-0.
This is one of the things that they can use afterwards, figuring out where's the soft shot, and there it is. That shot did not have the quality needed from Van Leeuwen.
Service over, 3-0.
Every time, racket's ready.
Oh yeah, that's better work from Fikri.
Service over, 4.
Now we're going to see Fikri's tumble serve, and if that's going to be a good one, then I'm absolutely positive that it's more difficult to serve it from the near side here than from the opposite side. Let's see.
Because of the slight bit of drift?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, that's a good
definitely.
serve.
Definitely.
Good rally. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you missed it, didn't you? They're reluctant. They don't want to challenge. They've lost one.
5-3.
Yeah, I think the tumble serve, when you serve it from the near side here, you probably have to hit it a little bit too hard to get it inside the service line, and then you sort of exceed the limit for how much speed you can hit the shuttle with and still get the good spin. We've got to have the French professor, Eric Collet, to elaborate on that.
Yeah, indeed.
Service over,
The optimal
4.
racket speed for hitting a tumble serve.
Yeah, every time we've met Professor Collet, we've learned something new, haven't we?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
The physics of badminton.
We were extremely stupid before we met him, actually.
Well, speak for yourself, Steve. Your degree was chemical engineering, wasn't it?
Service over, 5-6.
But speaking of the tumble serve, isn't it about now that the ban on the spin serve is about to be lifted or
No, it's
prolonged? Or was it after the Olympics?
After the Olympics.
After the Olympics, not
Yeah.
the Olympic qualification.
Yeah.
7-5.
That's right.
No.
Oi, that's a good return.
Yeah, because I was just about to say good tumble serve, but an even better return
7.
from Van Leeuwen. Yeah, efficiently put away
Service over,
by Molana.
8,
Oh goodness,
6.
he's looking a little bit nervous, isn't he? Miranat.
It's already false.
Oh, yeah, already a fault. The shuttle touched the floor, says the umpire. I'm not sure the umpire actually called it at the time. Let's have another look at that. I think that might be out of view. Ooh. Well, the
Service
English
over,
pair were appealing.
7,
There's
8.
nothing said by Fikri.
No.
Didn't really see it from that angle.
And sometimes it's also difficult to tell for the player themselves whether you catch the shuttle just before it touches the floor or your racket sort of touches the floor and
7.
catches the shuttle all right.
Yeah.
Oh! 10-7.
Oh my goodness, between the legs on the return of serve. What on earth was that about? He was obviously going to leave it.
Wide.
To the mid-game interval. A 4-point advantage for Fikri and Maulana. And from love 2 down, in this second game, the Indonesians seem to have upped their game and upped their pace.
When this feels
20 seconds. For what? 20 seconds. 11-7. Play.
So 11-7, the advantage here in the second game to Indonesia. Fikri and Maulana. The English pair are again to the good.
12-7.
Oh, that's just wide by a whisker.
They're struggling to get out of the service situation. Some great blocks from Maulana from the backcourt. It's difficult from our position here to see whether they actually dive below the tape. I think they might do. Well left.
Service over. 8-30. Oh! Service over. 14-8. Hey.
6 of the last 7 points to the Indonesians make that 7 of the last 8 points.
8.
Yeah, so
16.
in all likelihood, this second game here is gone for Van Leeuwen and Hemming, but they've got to come up with some solution to, well, both pairs have, because I mean, in an eventual third game, Maulana and Fikri are going to play the near side here as well, so they're going to come up with a solution to handling the tumble serve.
9.
Oh!
That's a beauty.
That is magnificent.
Service over.
What a shot.
10-17.
Take a look at this. Here it comes. Oh! Perfection. Yeah, that's not too shabby either. My goodness, this man is a talent.
11-17. Service over. 18-11.
Well, he's missed it.
Yeah, I think he played it from outside of one line to outside of another line.
12-18. Out. Service over. 19-12.
Game point opportunities for Indonesia
10 point.
to level this second men's doubles at 1 game apiece.
Service over. 30, 20. Go. 14, 20.
One game all.
10.
Third time
Second
of
game
asking.
won by Indonesia. 21-14. One game all.
21-14 confirms the umpire. And just a fraction under 30 minutes, and it's one game apiece.
Jumping up and stop dropping, okay? Those kind of things, you've got to go out there and take them on. Okay. You know they're going to try to circle and return you to death. Right? So it's there's different punch out. Why were they not doing that? Because they're coming on to you after their first fall. They're just coming on to you.
If we go a bit flat, that's it. When we're coming in, we're going to make it horrible for them to feel like they can do anything. Yeah, if we go soft, they're like...
Playing too soft, they're going to be on you. If you can hit the deep corners to this sort of length, they'll smack it. They'll be ready. That's maybe the one you can reach.
We're going to go soft and like that. Not like...
Yeah.
It's like we can push them back and back.
The challenge is to not let it get to there. We've got to be able to go here and take it out of front. Play free. Go do your thing. Alright? That's all that matters. Alright? Go do your game.
Call 1, 20 seconds. Call 1, 20 seconds.
So one game all in this second men's doubles Group C tie between Indonesia
Final
and
game.
England.
The board. Try.
Opening game to England, 21-16, but the former All England champions, Fikri and Maulana, have bounced back to take the second, 21-14. Now, I think there was a better chance that you might have heard some of the coaching there.
Yeah, Anthony Clark suggested that if they play too soft, then the Indonesians will come on to them. I interpret that as they will move forward and try to challenge. And especially after the first four, he feels that they're going to have to, they're going to want to move forward.
Service over. 1-0.
I don't know exactly what the plan was to counter that. A couple of fast-paced pushes and then open up for the blocks after that. That's well done by Fikri. I think the goal should be to get on the attack exactly like they did so well in the first game, knowing that their opponent is going to try and prevent it a little bit more, so just have to earn it a little bit extra. You can't move back early, maybe just play a little bit extra safe on the first attempt you get.
1.
And by that I mean staying in balance so you can help cover the court. Good flicker. Oi, oi, oi.
Service over. 2, 3.
Just a little loose with that third shot.
Yes,
from
I agree.
Lewin.
You cannot allow Fikri just to play back at the net. It's got to trust his serve. That's better.
Service over. 3, 4.
placement of the smash from Maulana towards the right hip of Callum Hemming.
One of the things I think the Indonesians are doing well at the moment is that they're not trying to do too much on those tumble serves.
On the return, you mean?
On the return, yeah. Good play. Excellent play.
What, the block can move forward?
Yeah, and the whole tactic for that rally, going to the defense, moving the backcourt player, so it opens up possibilities on the front court, and then we move forward. That's well played by Callum Hemming. Good coverage.
5, 6. Service over. 7, 5. Service over. 6, 7.
The margins between success and failure are tiny. We saw a net cord already in this deciding game. That one hit the top of the tape and fell back his side.
Great play by Fikri.
Change of direction.
8, 6.
Back by Fikri. Yeah, that dive from Fikri. Did awfully well to keep the rally going.
Thank you. Wait. Okay. 7, 9.
Great service return from Maulana. Got it below the tape.
7.
And then the power applied. And Hemming was used against them.
So it's a 4-point advantage for Fikri and Maulana and Indonesia at the change of ends here in the deciding game. Now those sort of interceptions were working for the English pair in the opening game. Now just missing. So 11-7, the advantage to Indonesia here in the deciding game of the second men's doubles. Yeah, nice. That's what the English pair were doing so well in the opening game, looking for those half opportunities to move forward. Good thinking by Hemming. They've been in 5 more finals. Do you think that's beginning to play on their minds a little bit?
It always helps you grow your confidence when you win titles. But,
well played.
But I still think that if we go back 10, 15 months and then to now, they're still in a better place now than they were back then.
Yeah.
So that's what they should focus on, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well said.
Getting a little bit too impatient. Van Leeuwen and Hemming. A lucky point there. I thought so in the first part of the third game as well. Every time they get an attacking opportunity, they take it. There's no blocks from high above the head where they could have smashed. And they were so efficient in the first game, not taking the first chance, because it's usually not as good as you can get it if you block the first one. You get an even better chance, and your partner gets settled in and reads the opponents and so on. At least I think they need to mix it up that way.
Service over. 30, 10.
Good play by Molano.
40, 10. Don't push it to the shot.
That's 2 excellent serves from Fikri and 2 bad returns from the English pair.
I wonder if the last one would have been short. I think it took the top of the tape.
Another good serve from Fikri.
Oi!
Wow, brilliant.
70, 10.
5 straight points. Look at that athleticism. Wonderful. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Umpire saying to Van Leeuwen, don't do that. Pretended he was trying to play the shuttle and deliberately missing it because he knew he was going wide. Warned him why? Unsportsmanlike conduct? Does that come under that?
And it must have come under that, teasing the opponent.
Yeah.
Probably hasn't umpired too many of Kevin Sugimura's matches.
Well along the back line.
Service over. 80,
Lucky net cord.
Once again.
Seemed to have a little think about it before it went over. Nice drop.
Service over. 30, 90.
So match point opportunities for Indonesia. 7 opportunities to be precise. First time of asking. 21-13 in the deciding game. And Fikrian Maulana win through against Hemming and Van Leeuwen.
Best one by Indonesia. 16, 21, 30, 30.
Final rally. "46 minutes in total and 3 games, which is hugely encouraging for this young English pair of Hemming and Van Leeuwen. But the experience came through in the end. 16-21, 21-14, 21-13 in the deciding game in favour of Indonesia, which means that they have a 4-love lead in the overall tie. Just one more match to come in this Group C encounter. It's the 3rd men's singles, and it's the reigning world junior champion Alwi Farhan up against Cholan Kayan from England. Well, 9:10 in the evening here in Chengdu. The skyline at night in this magnificent arena. State-of-the-art facility, it really is. Chengdu High-Tech Zone Sports Centre Gymnasium. And one more match to come on day one of competition. It is the third men's singles, Nelwi Farhan for Indonesia and Cholan Kayan for England. So the two players waiting in the wings. It's like watching the footballers in the tunnel, isn't it? Waiting for them to come out. Nelwi Farhan, the reigning World Junior Champion for Indonesia, just 18 years of age. Up against Cholan Kayan from England. This, not surprisingly, given one player is still a junior, is the first meeting between these two players. First player from Indonesia to win the gold medal at the World Junior Championships in the men's singles discipline. Nelwi Farhan, the sixth player from his country to contest the World Championship men's singles final. That confirms what I've just told you. So my understanding is that Farhan chose to serve, having won the toss of the coin. Just 18 years of age, I think he'll turn 19 next month. Mind you, Kayan's only 21 years of age. Perhaps two stars of the future. Who knows? I'm excited to watch both of these players for the first time. Nelwi Farhan, as I was saying, is 18, from Surakarta, also known as Solo in central Java. A 171, that equates to 5'7", and won the World Junior Championships in Spokane in the United States of America last year when he was the number 4 seed, beating Hu Sharan of China in 3 games in the final. Cholan Kayan from Cheshire in northwest England is a little bit taller of the two. He's 176, which is 5'9½". And he's studying anatomical science at the University of Manchester. He was selected for the Sudirman Cup last year when ranked 234 on the world ranking, the 4th highest English player at the time. Coached by, as we first look at the Indonesian coaches, Kayan is, or certainly has been, coached by Colin Horton, 3-time former national champion. That's not Colin. That, of course, is George Bevan. Second Thomas Cup campaign for Kayan. Played 2 years ago in Bangkok, played against both Malaysia and the US of A. And if I remember correctly, lost both his matches. Fine Datan, umpire from India, and Song Gang from China, the service judge. So, Steen, if you can name the other 5 Indonesian players who reached the final of the World Junior Championship men's singles competition, I'll buy you dinner. Am I safe?
Yeah, I think you are. But did Ronnie Agostinos, did he reach the final back then? No.
And on the left, Indonesia, represented by Alwi Farhan. With the serve, love all, play.
So England to serve. Nearest to us, Chulan Kayan against Alwi Farhan for Indonesia.
Service over. One, love.
Okay, Steen, I'll make it easier for you.
Yeah.
Prior to this man on court, the last Indonesian
Chico.
player, Chico Widodo.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Back in 2016, who's in the team but not playing today.
Go, love.
Have you watched, I know you've watched Kayan before, but have you watched this young Indonesian?
I haven't. I've seen glimpses, but
yeah, I'm excited
full
to watch
match.
him. Oh, look at that.
Service over. One, two.
Oh, he should have put that away. Yeah, he's got to think about the sideways drift. Kayan.
It's over. 3-1.
He's not, first of all, he's not played a lot of Asian players, but he's not beaten that many of them. But he's beaten one former World Junior Champion, Chulan Kayan. That was Koo Kwan Lin. Back in 2022, he won the World Junior Championship, the man from Chinese Taipei.
And where was that victory?
Yeah. Service over.
Where was that? I've written it down. In Nantes Challenge last year, International Challenge in France. Hasn't been easy. We've discussed it before. It hasn't been easy for players to come up through the tournament ranks the past 1.5 years due to the Olympic qualification. Everybody has played every single tournament they could.
Fokus ya.
I think the umpire was saying don't wander around. Go and pick up the shuttle and get on with the game. There's a challenge here.
England challenges. Call in.
I was slightly unsure as to whether he should challenge or not. He probably doesn't play an awful lot of tournaments with the instant review system in operation. Here we go. The line judge was absolutely correct.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 5-3. Play. Service over. 4-5.
As far as this man is concerned, he's already won a title in senior badminton. That was last year, the Indonesia International Challenger event in Medan.
5-all.
And he won aged 18, 3 months and 22 days. That's impressive, isn't it?
Yes.
Win your first senior tournament. In fact, he reached his first final in 2022 as a qualifier at the Lithuanian Future Series event, aged 17 and 1 month. So he's been showing he's got talent for some time, Farhan. Nice angle. Mind you, Kayan has also reached the final of an international event while qualifying. And that was at the Welsh International Challenger last year.
Yeah, that was a great tournament for him.
It was, wasn't it?
Also to Joachim Oldorf, who recently won the European bronze.
European Championship bronze medalist from Finland. Yeah. Is that the first medal for Finland since Pontus Janti?
No, Kalle Koljonen won one.
Oh, yes, he did too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kalle Koljonen, the left-hander.
Exactly.
That was the previous European Championships, wasn't it?
No, it was earlier. I can't recall exactly when. I think he beat Rasmus Gemke on the road to the bronze medal. I think it was perhaps 19 or maybe 21.
21.
Yeah.
He beat Toma Junior Popov in the second round and then Rasmus Gemke in the quarter-final to win his bronze medal. You're absolutely right.
Good retrieval. Oi, well
Brilliant.
played.
Brilliant.
From Goa, 7, 8.
2号场地，汤姆斯杯，印度队对阵泰国队；男子双打，阿琼、杜鲁夫对阵潘帕尼、瓦奇拉维特。Court 2, Thomas Cup, Team India versus Team Thailand. Men's double. Madahil Ramachandran Arjun. Dhruv Kapila versus Kanadan Bandajic.
Yeah, that's that nice angle again.
He's having a little bit of problems with the timing, Albi Farhan. You can hear that that wasn't really properly hit.
Yeah, but look at that nice sort of bouncy movement again that we've seen from the first two men's singles players from Indonesia.
Yes.
That smooth movement back and then bounces in the air. Good net shot. Oh, that's delightful. What a block from Kayan.
8, 9. No delay. Don't delay. Play on. Play. Service over. 10, 8.
Goodness, that's a wonderful smash from Farhan. 3-point advantage for Indonesia at the mid-game interval of this opening game. Look at that elevation. Goodness me. 10 minutes into the match.
Court 1. 20 seconds. Court 1. 20 seconds. Alvi. Eleven, 8. Play.
So 11-8 the advantage to Indonesia. Nice.
Service over. 9-11.
I think that Kayan needs to do a little more of that, Steen.
Yeah.
A little more of the
Go back to
attacking
one
play.
goal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm thinking because he does better there than his defense against Farhan's
Yes.
offense, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Over. 12, 9.
I noticed one of the results from Farhan was a loss to Mark Kaljo in from the Netherlands in Thailand Masters. In straight games, Kaljo very physically strong and with a solid defense. And the defense of Kayan is not close to that, so he's got to find other solutions. There it is.
Yeah.
Service over. 10-13.
And a lot of similarities
11-13.
in the English single category. Sort of same stature, same playing style, sort of same challenges on the front court and defense.
Certainly I've noticed the challenges as you describe them on defence for the three singles players we've seen today. But I think a large part of that is lack of physical strength in the legs, in the quad muscles.
Yeah.
To be able to push off and get into the deep lunge position when you're at full stretch and then recover from that.
Exactly.
That's a good lift. Yeah. Managed to turn the rally around. It's well played.
Get yourself set.
If Kayan can play a little bit longer into the court and get it below the tape, so then he can use his reach and In the flat game, I suspect there's a chance. Jumping a little bit up and down. Alvi Farhan.
To settle the nerves?
Yeah, I think so. Good play.
Short lift.
That's excellent.
Well done.
14-15.
No.
Oh, he needn't have taken that. Wanted to make sure.
Service over. 16-14.
Challenge.
Indonesia challenges called in.
Line judge was right.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 15-16. Play.
Goodness me, he was ready to pounce there.
Service over.
Alvi Farhan.
15.
He was waiting for that one as well.
Yeah.
Anticipated that Kayan was not going to make the same error twice at the net, so he lifted instead. But Farhan one step ahead in his thoughts.
So game point opportunities, 5 of them for the reigning world junior champion and Indonesia, Alvi Farhan.
Oh, that's a good one.
What a good backhand cross-court net shot to close out the opening game. 21-15 in just about 18 minutes. Look at that, that's perfection. Wonderful, here it comes. Wow, crawled up the net and trickled over. Opening game to Indonesia.
Tadi kan banyak bolong, ya, coba
Alright. Remember, we just want to make them know. Alright, put up these lungs. Just know. I think that you're in his fucking good. And he hasn't really felt that yet.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds. Charlie, it's just 52 seconds.
So the players back on court.
Love all. Play.
Indonesia 1 game to the good, 21-15 that opening game to Alwi Farhan.
Service over. 1, love. Service over. 1 all.
It's he reminds me of a certain player. His mimics and things. Alwi Farhan. He reminds me of a certain player. Does it remind you of any player?
2, 1.
No, go on.
No. He's not a right-hander. He's a left-hander, and he's got that same strapping on his knee as Alwi Farhan. And he's playing his last tournament here in Chengdu. He's reminding me a little bit about Momota.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been feeling it from the opening stage, but I couldn't really put my finger on what it was. It's very strange.
2, 3.
Hey.
I'm not seeing it at the moment.
No,
Steve.
no, I understand that. I understand that. Indonesian coaches. Being quite relaxed.
Nice.
5, 2.
He's also attacking a lot more than Momota, so it makes no sense that I feel that there's similarities. Oi.
Service over. 3, 5.
Nice. Yeah.
Lots of appraisal from George Berman to Kayan there.
You're taking a round and you're delaying it. Don't do it.
excellent net shot
5-all.
from Cholan Kayan.
And he's matched. Okay, that was a little bit lucky net court there. But he's here in the first part of the second game. He's matched Farhan on the tight net. Bad choices from Farhan from the long forehand corner there. First the attempted reverse slice, and then yeah, I don't really know whether it was a smash or he changed his mind in the middle of the execution there.
And it's 4 straight points to England.
Yeah.
4号场地由国杯，丹麦队对阵美国队，女子单打。 两个布森对阵
Make that 5 straight points.
Denmark versus United States of America. Julia Dewell Jacobson versus Ellen Lee. 裁判员史大伟来自奥地利，发球裁判。
Well, that run now comes to an end.
Umpire David Radbot Scholin from Austria. Service judge David Evans from England.
More or less forced Alwi Farhan to play that shot. Cholan Kayan really overcovering the front court there, the Englishman.
Over. 7, 8.
Look at that. He moved back. 3 shots ago, he moved back from the front court, 1 step back, Cholan Kayan, and immediately got in trouble.
Back level. Oh, that's wild.
9, 8.
Fluctuating fortunes at the moment, isn't it? There was 5 straight points earlier in this second game from Kayan. And that was 4 straight points for Farhan. Yeah.
That's a really good shot he's got there. Cross.
11-9 into it.
And it's taken him to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage here in the second game, having already won the first. Yeah. Now that movement and that shot reminds me actually of Ginting.
Code 120 seconds. Code 120 seconds. Thank you. Level 9. Late. Service over. 10, 11.
Aggression on return of serve, more of that to your liking, Steen, from the Englishman?
If the serve is too high, which it must have been. Good play, good play.
Gets the lucky net call, but the idea and the sentiment was absolutely spot on. Missed it.
Service over.
Third error in this second game when trying to go straight from his forehand. Alvi Farhan. If I were Kayan, I would come with a cross next time the Indonesian have the opportunity.
Service over. 12, 13.
Definitely areas in defence to be improved upon.
Yeah. That's not one you can afford to miss. It was.
No.
It wasn't even on half of the left-hand side from Kayan's perspective. It was super close to the body.
Yeah.
Conclude from watching this team match here that one of the key issues for men's singles players and women's singles players will be to be able to control the lift from the front court to the back court. That has been extremely difficult for the players today. Requires a lot of touch.
Thank you.
It's going wide.
16, 12.
best of serves. He got away with it.
17-12.
It's a little bit too inconsistent, Kayan's level to really challenge the World Junior Champion.
Oh, that's delightful. What a super drop. Big leap in the air as if he was going to smash it. And the disguised drop shot got the net cord. Take a look at this. Wonderful. Points away from making it a clean sweep by Indonesia in this Group C encounter against England. Missed it. Match point opportunities for Alwi Farhan. Yeah. And on his Thomas Cup debut, Alwi Farhan wins his match to give Indonesia a 5-love victory over England. 21-15, 21-12.
21-15, 21-12.
37 minutes for the victory. And the 18-year-old obviously absolutely delighted with that, and so he should be. A huge talent for the future for Indonesian badminton. The final rally. That wonderful movement round the heads to play the straight smash, and the victory secured. So confirmation once again, 21-15, 21-12 in 37 minutes. So as I was saying, it makes it a 5-love victory for Indonesia over England. All started with the Olympic bronze medalist Ginting beating Harry Hwang in 2 straight games, and then the reigning and 2-time All-England champions Alfian and Ardianto. 2 straight games against European Games silver medalists Lane and Vendy. Jonathan Christie, who won the All-England Championships last month, was too good for Dalby. And then the second men's doubles was the only match where England players took a game, because Hemming and Van Leeuwen took the opening game against the 2022 All-England champions Fikri and Maulana, but the Indonesians came through 21-13 in the deciding game. And in the 5th match, the reigning world junior champion Alwi Farhan beating Kayan in 2 straight games, 37 minutes. So that's the end of day 1 of competition here at the TotalEnergies BWF Thomas and Uber Cup. 3 sessions again tomorrow. First session at 8:30 in the morning local time. That's 30 GMT, and it's a Uber Cup match. It's Chinese Taipei against Malaysia. Second session will be the 2016 winners, Denmark against Hong Kong, China. Steen and I will be back in the evening for China against Canada in the Thomas Cup. From all of us here, bye for now.